one of the Shakti Peeths is there's 51 Shakti Peeth, meaning areas that have certain types of energy. And how these Shakti Peethas were created was through the different parts of the body of Sati Mata when she was burst into the different many pieces. So what had happened, the problem is when I have to explain one thing, I have to backtrack a little bit to make sure everybody's understanding what I'm
On the same page, yeah.
So when Sati Mata jumped into the fire, everybody's aware of this story, the katha, when Sati Mata jumped into the fire and burned herself. Everybody's aware of this?
Daksha Prajapati.
Daksha Prajapati was the father, that's correct. He was reminding us. Daksha Prajapati was the father. He had a yajna to perform, and he wasn't very fond of his son-in-law, which was Mahadeva, Lord Shiva. And so he did not invite Lord Shiva to the yajna, but instead invited his daughter and all of the other devas. Of course, Sati Mata felt very embarrassed and very saddened by this, that her father did not have that respect for her husband. And so she went to the yajna, and then at that time jumped into the yajna, the fire. Agni in that yajna, she jumped into the fire and burned herself to a corpse. And so during this time, Lord Shiva became very depressed. He became in a very depressive state, which is kind of what I explained earlier on in the other nights. If those of you that were here would remember that I explained that the reason why he was in this trouble was due to his Shani Graha. He had a problem with Shani. He had the malefic effects of Shani. And so when he held Sati Mata and traveled the whole entire universe. For thousands of years he was traveling, and then it was finally happened that Bhagwan Vishnu and all the other devas, they decided that it was time that he needed to break away from this depression. He needed to come out of this depression in order to continue his duty. Of course, if Mahadev was not performing his duty, the world cannot continue to function correctly. So what had happened was Bhagwan Sri Vishnu let go of the Sudarshana Chakra, which is the spinning disc in his hand, as we can see in the beautiful murti here at the Rameshwar Mandir. He has the disc, and Bhagwan Sri Vishnu tossed the disc towards Bhagwan Shiva and burst the corpse of Sati Mata into 51 different Shakti Peeths. And it is said that the hair had fell in a specific city, and there is the temple of Katyayani Mata. Can anybody tell me where that Shakti Peetha is?
India.
It's very interesting. It's actually Vrindavan. In Vrindavan, where Lord Shri Krishna resides, the hair of Sati Mata had fallen there, and that is one of the Shakti Peethas, and Katyayani Mata is worshipped there. And with each Shakti Peetha has their own different Bhairava Dev, and the Bhairava there is called Bhutesh. This is in Vrindavan.
Wow.